Welcome back, everybody. This is the September 23rd, 2024 frontline update for the Russo-Ukrainian war. I wanted to thank each and every one of you for tuning in today. And I just wanted to remind you guys that if you click that little notification bell, you will be notified when my videos are posted or when I go live. I do both recorded videos and live streams. So if you're interested in those, click that little bell. Also, if you are new here, please subscribe. And if you are old or new, please give this video a thumbs up and a comment if you guys don't mind. It's much appreciated. It is the easiest way you can support me. If you're looking for my other work, you can find the links to my Telegram, Twitter, and Patreon in the video description. Without further ado, everybody, let's go ahead and get into these map updates, shall we? We have quite a bit to talk about here, so we will just go ahead and jump right in. Up here in the north, Russian forces have advanced south of Pishane and captured a fortification in this region that the Ukrainians have been desperately trying to hold. This advance brings the Russians very, very close to the Oskol River, as well as the village of Kurlahivka here. So this advance, while not the biggest, is majorly important and puts the Ukrainian forces in this pocket into a very, very difficult situation. Right, moving down south of Makivka, Russian forces have advanced the front line and matched it basically all the way along the Zhibyets River here, as well as captured the village of Neveske. This is an important area for the Ukrainians. They have sacrificed a lot to hold this, but it does look like the Russians are about to close the Zhibyets River bridgehead that the AFU has been holding for over a year now. Moving down to the Toretsk salient, the Toretsk front, sorry. Russian forces have advanced into the residential high-rise buildings in the center of the town. Basically, the citadel of defense for Ukrainians in Toretsk has been compromised. This likely means that the Battle of Toretsk has been sealed and everything else is sort of just a cleanup. More than likely, the Russian armed forces will advance into this industrial zone, then capture these industrial waste heaps, these terikons. Once these are captured, the battle for Toretsk, the fate of the city, is sealed. To the south here, Russian forces have advanced and captured the terikon in the easternmost part of the city, as well as advanced through some of this forested area and are applying a lot of pressure to the Toretsk, the city itself. We did have a geolocation of a Russian assault that progressed all the way up this road into Linodrivka and ended somewhere in this region. We don't have confirmation that the Russians actually control this area, but we do have reports that Ukrainians have retreated from this salient back out here. That would put Toretsk in a very, very difficult situation, as the front line would have leveled basically all the way along here. So pretty big moves from the Russians coming out of New York and Toretsk. However, it's not talked about very much because it's just not the most vital area of the front for the Ukrainians. Moving over to the vital area of the front for the Ukrainians, the Pokrovsk front, Russian forces have advanced through the western part of Hordivka and have captured this large fortification here that lies all along a defense line. In fact, it is the last defense line before the Battle of Minhorod begins, which I basically grouped together with the Battle of Pokrovsk. I would consider this the Battle of Pokrovsk right here. Okay. Here around Novohordivka, Russian forces have captured the mine just outside of the town. Again, another tactical height captured by the Russians. And now they control almost all of the tactical height on this section of the front. The Ukrainians are basically entirely on the low ground over here. To the south of Seledove and west of Ukrainsk, the Russian forces have captured the old mine here and have advanced into the town of Sukrin. This is not good for the Ukrainians because if Sukrin falls and the Russians gain access to this industrial hill here, they will be able to basically cut off logistics into Khrinki. And then the final area of logistics will be through this industrial zone. But it will be incredibly difficult to keep this entire area supplied just through this small area with Russian reconnaissance, aviation, drones, artillery, just hammering it 24/7. So expect this, the second Hot Pocket 2.0 to fall very quickly. Just here, just west of Horste, the Russian forces have captured this open field as well as the second half of the penal colony. And now moving on to the final advance we have here, just around Vuhledar, the Russian forces have advanced significantly, crossing the Kashlaka River here, which was a strong defensive line for the Ukrainians. The Ukrainian line here just completely buckled. Ukrainian forces moved the 72nd Brigade out of Vuhledar, replaced it with territorial defense units, and everything just collapsed, as was expected. That's why they moved them out, is because they knew that this was coming. The lines had already been compromised, and it is being reported now that Russian forces are advancing into Vuhledar, and it is likely that this will be captured in the next day or two. This is the linchpin of the southern defense. It will allow Russia to have access to the 0532 highway for logistics. It will open up the opportunity for them to advance towards Velika Novosilka as the Ukrainian defense structure here just collapses. It will also allow them to begin advancing from the south and applying pressure to the Kharkov front from the south. So we could see a massive amount of Russian advance. And remember that this entire area here behind Seledove, behind Kharkov, from here all the way to Polvohad, there is absolutely nothing. So defense here is going to be hard. Logistics here is going to be hard for the Ukrainians. And I expect the Russians to advance very quickly through a lot of this open field area. The final update for today just comes north of Robotny, where the Russian forces have advanced into this fortification. And that is it for today's frontline update. The date again today is September 23rd, 2024. Thank you all so much for joining me for these short daily, semi-daily updates. I guess I only update when I have enough information to make an update video worthwhile. I don't think I'm going to do them on the weekends either. So mostly just daily weekday videos. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I really appreciate you all, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.